The Indonesian Navy was founded on 10 September 1945. Its role is to patrol Indonesia's lengthy coastline, to enforce and patrol the territorial waters and exclusive economic zone of Indonesia, to protect Indonesia's maritime strategic interests, to protect the islands surrounding Indonesia, and to defend against seaborne threats. The Indonesian Navy is the largest navy in Southeast Asia based on the number of active personnel and ships. As of 2009, the Indonesian Navy had about 75,000 active personnel and more than 150 vessels in active service. The Indonesian Navy is one of a few navies in the region backed by a substantial domestic defense industry, Marine Corps, and armed with supersonic missiles and attack submarines. All commissioned ships of the TNIL have the prefix CRE, standing for Kapal Republik Indonesia. Mission. According to Law No. 34/2004 on the Indonesian National Armed Forces, Article 9, the Navy has the following tasks: perform military duties in national defense, enforce the law and secure the order in the sea area of national jurisdiction in accordance with national laws and ratified international laws, perform diplomatic duties in support of foreign policy set by the government, engage other duties relevant for the maintenance and development of naval power, support civilian empowerment in sea defense areas. History. The Indonesian Navy's history began on 10 September 1945, at the outset of the Indonesian National Revolution. The administration of the early Indonesian government established the People's Marine Security Agency, the predecessor to the modern Indonesian Navy. BKR Laut was initially composed of Indonesian sailors who had served in the ranks of the Royal Netherlands Navy during the Dutch colonial period, and who had fought the Japanese during the years of military occupation, plus active militias who served with the Japanese and ex-Indonesian officers and ratings of the Imperial Japanese Navy. The formation of the Indonesian military organization known as the People's Security Army in 1945, at the height of the National Revolution, helped spur the further existence of the TKR naval branch, which later became the Republic of Indonesia Navy. Between 1949 to 1959, the Navy enhanced its strength and capabilities with the formation of the Fleet Command, the Marine Corps, then known as the Marine Commando Forces Corps Command, Naval, Aviation and Maritime Area Commanders, a command of the defense of the territorial sea aspect. In 1993, the Navy received 39 ships from the former Volksmarine, including 13 Parchim-class corvettes, the Frosch-class landing ship Tang, and 9 Condori-class minesweepers. Organization. The Navy comprises the following: Headquarters Staff under the overall command of the Navy Chief of Staff. 2 Fleet Commands. Eastern Fleet Command in Surabaya, conterminous with Armies KODAMV and KODAM 7 through IX, and Air Forces Operation Command 2. Western Fleet Command in Jakarta, conterminous with Armies KODAMs I through IV and VA and Air Forces Operation Command I. Several naval main bases and naval bases throughout Indonesia. Apart from the major bases at Surabaya and Jakarta, forward operating bases exist at Kupang, West Timor and Tahuna, Sulawesi. Marine Corps, with 2 Marine Forces. Naval Aviation Center, Military Sealift Command, coordinates the Navy's logistical support systems. Indonesian Naval Academy, Naval Education and Training Command. Women's Naval Service. Naval Police Command. Plans exist to have a single HQ at Surabaya, with commands at Rai, Papua, and Makassar. JDW reported on 12 November 2003 that Admiral Bernard Kent Sondak, the Chief of Naval Staff, was advocating a plan to merge the two fleets to form a single main operations and administration defense command, to be headed by a 3-star officer and headquartered at Surabaya. Naval bases. Main naval bases are sequentially numbered from I to She by location from west to east. On 1 August 2006, Naval Base Bayer Bay, Padang, West Sumatra became Naval Main Base 2. Naval forces are spread across several main bases under the command of two major fleets. Western Fleet Command. Main Naval Base I Belawan. Naval Base Sabang, Naval Base Dumai, Naval Base Loksamor, Naval Base Tanjung Balai Asahan, Naval Base Simeulu, Naval Air Station Sabang, Main Naval Base 2 Padang. Naval Base Sibolga, Naval Base Bengkulu, Main Naval Base 3 Jakarta, Naval Base Palembang, Naval Base Cirebon, Naval Base Panjang, Naval Base Banten, Naval Base Bandung, Naval Base Bangka Belitung, Naval Air Station Pondok Cabe, Main Naval Base IV Tanjung Pinang. Naval Base Batam, Naval Base Tarempa, Naval Base Ranai, Naval Base Tanjung Balai Karaman, Naval Base Tabu Singkep, Naval Air Station Matak, Naval Air Station Tanjung Pinang, Kijang, Main Naval Base 12 Pontianak, Eastern Fleet Command. Main Naval Base V Surabaya. Naval Base Degal, Naval Base Cilacap, Naval Base Semarang, Naval Base Malang, Naval Base Banyuwangi, Naval Base Denpasar, Naval Base Batapuran, Naval Air Station Huanda, Main Naval Base Vi Makassar, Naval Base Kendari, Naval Base Palu, Naval Base Balikpapan, Naval Base Kota Baru, Naval Base Banjarmasin, Main Naval Base 7 Kupang, Naval Base Mataram, Naval Base Maumere, Naval Base Kupang, Naval Base Shul, Naval Air Station Kupang, Main Naval Base 8 Manado, Naval Base Tahuna, Naval Base Toli Toli, Naval Base Gorontalo, Naval Air Station Manado, Main Naval Base IX Ambon, Naval Base Ternate, Naval Base Sormlaki, Naval Base Maritime, Main Naval Base X Jayapura. Naval Base Bike, Naval Air Station Bike, Main Naval Base Shimarauk, Naval Base Dimika, Naval Base Aru, Naval Air Station Aru, Main Naval Base 13 Tarakan, Naval Base Nunukin, Main Naval Base 14 Sarong. Ships. Naval aviation. In the 1960s, the Indonesian Navy naval aviation had a long-range strike capability with Il-28 Beagle medium bombers. In 1975–79, the Dinas Penerbangan Angkatan Laut received 12 GAF Nomad Searchmaster Bs and 6 Searchmaster L twin turboprops to form a maritime patrol squadron. In mid-1996, 6 NC 212 MPAs also joined the squadron. All aircraft are based at the Naval Headquarters base of Surabaya, but detachments are at times sent to Tanjung Pinang and Manado. There are plans to buy 11 ASW helicopters in the future. The candidates include the Command SH-2G Super Seathreat and the Eurocopter Panther, but as of early 2014 no contract had been finalized. Current aircraft commandants of Naval Aviation Ground Forces. Marines. The Corps Mariner is the Indonesian Navy's ground troops. It was created on 15 November 1945 and has the duty of being the main amphibious warfare force and quick reaction force of defense against enemy invasion. Special Forces Commando Pasukan Katik, the primary special operations force of the Indonesian Navy. Members are recruited from Navy sailors. Battalion Intai Amfibi, the Marine Corps Amphibious Reconnaissance Battalion, which also has capability as para-commando. They are recruited from Marines Corps. Detachment Yala Mangkara, Special Operations and Counter-Terrorism Forces of the Indonesian Navy. This is a combined detachment formed from selected personnel of the Navy's Underwater Special Unit and the Marine Corps Amphibious Reconnaissance Battalion. Ongoing projects. The Indonesian Navy plans to have 151 vessels, 220 vessels, or 274 vessels, for which it has a blueprint up to 2024. In April 2011, PT-PAL, in cooperation with Netherlands Naval Shipbuilding, started designing a new light frigate for ASW purposes. It will be the largest warship built by PT-PAL. The first steel cutting ceremony was held on January 2014. An order for 2 PKR ships is confirmed, equipped with VL Mica missiles and a Lycon Millennium CIWS. These ships are also usable for air defense purposes. At the same time, Indonesian Navy has accepted a grant of 2 used patrol boats equipped with guided missiles made in Britain from Brunei, which has replaced them with newer vessels. As of June 2011, Indonesia was in the process of choosing submarines from one of 3 countries: France's Scorpion class, Germany's Type 209, and the South Korean Changbogo class Type 209. In December 2011, a contract to build 3 submarines was signed by Indonesia and Daewoo Shipbuilding and AMP Marine Engineering. 2 submarines will be built in South Korea in cooperation with Indonesian state-owned shipbuilder PT-PAL, while the third will be built at PT-PAL's facilities. The contract was worth $1.07 billion and construction was planned to start in January 2012, with delivery expected in 2015 and 2016. The submarines will weigh 1,400 tons and be 61.3 meters long, with a crew of up to 40 and with 8 weapons tubes for torpedoes and other weapons. The procurement is an effort to keep pace with other countries in the region. The submarines will be based at Palu Naval Base in central Sulawesi, which is currently under construction. In January 2012, the Navy confirmed an order for the 24 guided missile fast boats to be deployed in the shallow waters in the western part of Indonesia and in North Sulawesi, which are geographically dotted by small islands and divided by straits. Indonesia now has 8 KCR-40s, all in full commission by the 20th of December 2013. These vessels will be 45% locally sourced and are to be designed and built locally. They will cost Rp 73 billion each and have a top speed of 30 knots. They will carry Chinese C-705 anti-ship missiles with a range up to 120 kilometers, a 6-barreled 30mm close-in weapons system and 2 20mm guns. Indonesia has also decided to restart procurement of the Trimaran Kelawang class FMPV, with an initial order of 4 boats. The Indonesian Navy is also preparing to acquire 3 new British-built corvettes, classified as Bung Tomo-class corvette after its leading ship, Kri Bung Tomo. They were built for Brunei but rejected for not meeting the requirements, allowing Indonesia to buy them cheaply. In December 2013, the Indonesian Ministry of Defense stated that the Indonesian Navy planned to buy several used Kilo-class submarines still in commission with the Russian Navy. A team consisting of Indonesian Navy experts was to be sent to Russia to inspect the condition of these future submarines. In March 2014, the procurement was cancelled. Integrated maritime surveillance systems. With various coastal radars, Indonesia has one of the world's longest integrated maritime surveillance systems. The network covers more than 1,205 kilometers of coastline in the Straits of Malacca and about 1,285 kilometers of coastline in the Sulawesi Sea.